All right, so here he is, the #1 UFC middleweight contender, and in this era, that's saying something, right? To get through this gauntlet and emerge out of the pack, realize a UFC title shot, now the world finds out what exactly this man can do with it.
You know, John, as we've spoken about, it's shark-infested waters trying to manage and navigate through this division. It's one thing to get here, and it's a major accomplishment, but to become the champion is a whole nother level. This guy feels like in his thorough preparation, the intensity at which he moves in the training room, he is more than ready to take the belt off the champion's waist.
And you can be sure when the champion comes out at a moment, challengers' eyes will be fixed upon him. We got a middleweight title fight tonight, folks. Let's go. All right, here he is, folks. You know who he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion. This man has run roughshod through one of the deepest divisions in the UFC, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
He ain't slowing down, John. He loves the ability to call himself the champ. A smile is on his face every time somebody goes, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" The guy lives for it. He lives for the adulation. He lives for the applause. He lives for the ability to stay in the spotlight. He will fight to defend his title as if his life depended on it.
Huge training camp for him. He feels like he has leveled up in a lot of disciplines of mixed martial arts, and man, if he presents an even better version, scary proposition for the challenger. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Joe Bodybag Pyfer. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Dricus Du Plessis.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight, you get to take the same walk to that octagon and try to make your mark on the sport. Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick.
Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Frantic pace early on to this one. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Slips. Getting the hands going here early. Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly... Oh, he is hurting for certain. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Du Plessis. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo really using his physicality to his advantage now.
He lifted up the neck and snuck his arm underneath to try to get a choke.
Ooh, he got out.
He cleared his leg, got back to his back, and created some space between him and his opponent to stay out of that dark choke.
All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier. Oh, he got to his spot.
Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Du Plessis going for a choke. Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight.
He's got it locked in.
No judges needed this time around.
Man.
Well, everybody in this arena still digesting this result. What a win for him tonight, and he gets it done by submission, no less.
He said he was going to get it done by submission. To watch an athlete call his shot is always fun. He should be very proud.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 42 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion, and with style points tonight. How about the best 185-pounder in the world submitting the #1 contender here tonight? And I'm not sure I've seen him celebrate a win quite to the extent to which he is right now, embracing his coaches. They might even bring the family in here at one point in time. This is a huge win for the man who entered as the undisputed best and leaves that way too.